So let's do today's Leetcode challenge question. I'll just share my screen. It's recording. Okay, so today's problem is a valid mountain array. This is seemingly an easy question, but it has a lot of edge cases to cover. So I would put it in between easy to medium category. So I'll change to Java programming language. And the question is, you are given an array and you have to say whether it's a valid mountain array or not. A mountain array is something which is strictly increasing at first. It's strictly increasing. So you cannot have even to duplicate values. And then it's strictly decreasing value. So here we are given a hint that if it has less than 3 array length, then it's not a valid mountain array, since there are just two numbers and you cannot have a pattern of increasing and decreasing. You need at least 3 elements for that. So just let's start with that easy case. We'll say if array length is less than 3, then we just return false. If not, then we observe that there is a pattern. If there is just like duplicates, then we just say it's no at that moment. Otherwise, we see whether it's a part of increasing pattern or a part of decreasing pattern. So we'll say Boolean is increasing is true. Initially, it's true, and then it will become false. So then we'll say, then we'll just loop through all the elements, because we know like the first element, we can make the first element for increasing to be just 1 less than the previous element. So we'll start with previous. Array length. This will ensure that the first element is always increasing. And then we just say I equal to 0, I is less than the length. We look through all the elements and say if it's increasing mode right now, and so right now we are assuming it's increasing, and suppose we find a pattern which is like a decreasing one, then we say that make it a decreasing pattern now going onwards from now. Before that, we can just check if it's equal, then we just say discard it's negative. If previous equal to I, we just return false, that it's not a mountain array anyway. Otherwise, if less than previous, we say is increment equal to false. That's mean we are now right now starting in the decreasing array. And in the decreasing array, again, if we say if two numbers are equal, then we return false. Otherwise, if now in decreasing, if we encounter a case, if it's not increasing, it's decreasing, and array of I is greater than y, somehow, some means it's greater than the previous value, then we just return false, because that's not possible. And now we just set our previous value to the current value and check with the current the next one. And at the end, we'll just say return true, because like we have reached the end of the array and we have been satisfying all the conditions to now. So it's a valid mountain array. Let's just try to see the code. For 2, it's okay. It goes to the first case. Oh, nice. Let's try to submit it. Wrong answer. Oh, so yeah, we missed a case where it's strictly increasing and we haven't yet found the decreasing one. So I think our return conditions should be something where we also check is increment equal to false. That's when we'll say that we have at least encountered one where it's decreasing and there is a peak element available in our array. So yeah, we'll just test for this case. Sounds good. Let's try to submit again. Again, a wrong one. And where it says, oh, so if it's again a purely decreasing one, then also it's a problem. So yeah, so the first element should not be decreasing. So here we just say if increasing is, so here we just say if the first element is itself getting this condition, then we return false. Sorry, the first element will not ever get it, the second element. So I would be at 1 when we encountered a decreasing pattern. So the decreasing pattern should not never start with zeros. So when I equal to 1, and now let's just check for this case. Okay, hopefully it should be done. Perfect. Thanks a lot, and come again tomorrow for the next Leetcode challenge, daily challenge. Thank you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.